Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room for Monday, February, July the 9th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions for me, you can use this email address. This is a link to get into our free trading room, all right? There is no charge for it, and you don't have to be a Trade Ideas subscriber to be in our free room. This is a subscription link. Now, you're also going to see a link for our test drive. This starts on February. Geez, I don't know, I got February on the brain. July the 23rd, all right? That's a Monday, July the 23rd. So when you click on that link, what the test drive is all about, it allows you full access to our program, the entire program, or just as if you said, you know what, I want Trade Ideas Premium today. So it'll give you full access to the program for 8 trading days. It will cost you $8.88. We have to pay the exchange fees still. So that's what that goes to. But it'll give you access to 5 full trading days, all right? Now, please listen to me. If you do sign up for today, basically what you're doing is pre-registering, all right? You will not have access to the program until July the 23rd. So I know today is July the 9th. We had a lot of people who say, "Hey, where's my access?" Well, this test drive does not start until July the 23rd, okay? So it's a great opportunity. We get so many emails saying, "Do you have can I have a free trial of Trade Ideas?" Well, we don't, but we do this 4 times a year, so this is the time. I open the room at about 9 o'clock Eastern Time, and I go to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays and 3 o'clock on Fridays. All right, now I want to show you something here. This is a trade I'm in right now, and it is First Energy, okay? Now, somebody asked me, I'm going to call this is a simplified way of trading, all right? Later on, I'm going to show you some of the real movers today, like the staff, especially STAF and all that. But I mean, look, a lot of people uh, will not pull the trigger on some of those, okay? Now, I missed it today, not because I was afraid to pull the trigger, but just one of those things. And there is a way to trade, though, that can be very effective, and it's pretty simple. I'm not saying they all work, all right, but a lot of it is just looking to see what the sector is doing. Okay, now I've got to watch myself. If I click on this, I think this is going to disappear. All right, so this is my spider sector list, which if you want, I will give it to you, or you come into the room. It's one of the links that I'm sharing. I have this up all day long, all right? So these are the sectors that I'm following. You can add to the list if you want. But notice down here, the market, virtually every sector is positive. XLU is utility sector, and this is the retail sector, XRT. So now, I freely admit that I actually had made a minor mistake. When I looked at this First Energy, I thought it was more of an energy stock. So I thought, I'm going to go a little bit against the grain, but it looked so good on what it was doing that I decided I wanted to take the short anyway. So I got into the short. Let me back this off because I feel I might, when I click on this, it might disappear. So I got into the short at 25.91. I'm sorry, 35.91, obviously. I wish 35, not 20, sorry, 35.91 right here. Now, I did look at the daily, of course. So what did I see on the daily? I saw a stock that looked like might have some support around the 35.20 level. So for me, 35.91 to get maybe a drop of 60 cents or so, 70 if we get really lucky down there. I thought that was good, and that was not a bad percentage drop in a fairly short period of time. All right, but look how it's tracking XLU. That's its sector. That's the sector that it's in. So take a look. Let me get to a 15-minute chart. So remember this. Now look at XLU. Looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? So the sector is moving down. So I'm in a stock in which the sector is moving down. It's moving in the right direction. So when you're going to get into a stock that is not trading on its own, or the alpha stock that we talk about, trading on its own in that it's got some news or it's an earnings play, so it doesn't really care what its sector is doing or even what the overall market is doing to some extent. But if you're going to get into a stock that is really obviously probably going to track its sector, well, when you look at the stock, check to see what the sector is doing. And if the sector is moving the same direction, then you can take the trade in theory. Are they all going to work like this? Of course not. But you'll be surprised that all we're trying to do is we're just trying to put the odds in our favor. Just like if you go to the casino and you're playing blackjack. I know we're not supposed to card count, but obviously the deck sometimes moves more in your favor than at other times, and maybe that's when you vary your bet a little bit, hint, hint, and increase your bet because the deck is more in your favor. All we're trying to do is on this one, the sector is moving with me, and also just as important, I've got the daily chart on my side. I don't have I don't have any resistance until this area. Okay, doesn't mean it's going to go all the way down there, but just try to put the odds more on your side. So hopefully that makes sense. You want to, I know everybody wants to get into the SCAF. Of course we do. Now this is one that I didn't get into today. Explain why, what happened. First of all, I saw this one right there. I thought, yeah, I've seen this staff before. And then all of a sudden it just whipped up here. But when I saw the volume, believe it or not, this went from $1.83 all the way up more than $1 and I think the total volume was only about 11 or 12,000 shares. And then it came right back down. So I thought, okay, at this point this is probably up. It's over. I did have news. I didn't think the news was incredible, but I obviously the market has disagreed with me once the market opened. Now it's got plenty of volume now, but when I saw this, it was on so little shares, and that's why I didn't chase it. I've done a lot of pre-market work now in the last few months. I didn't chase it because I saw the volume, and I don't know if the volume was 11,000 shares right at the top here or right around here, but it was very very low for the amount of for the dollar amount that it went up. But anyway, look what happened. I mean, it just, $1.81 all the way up to 554. So this is a lot of people were in this one. But today is, I didn't get into this one. It's really that simple. But tomorrow there'll probably be another one, and maybe I'll get that one. So B-Box. Let's talk about B-Box just a little bit. So if you were in the room on Friday, you know that I was in this one just over $2. I think it was at 204. Wasn't going to swing it. But when I kind of hung on to a little bit of, I hung on to it. I decided, you know what? Some of these things will have at least one more day. So let's just take a look at the daily chart. Now remember, this had just a horrible day here. And it had a bit of a comeback day, a minor one, and then that's Friday. So I thought, you know what? This has maybe the chance to have one more day in it. So that's why I decided to hold the trade. And so I actually was watching it in the after hours, and I thought, okay, this is looking good. Woke up this morning and look at this. So remember, in at 204 and got out at 273 and 260, and then once the market opened, it basically collapsed. Not collapsed, but I mean it went down. So that kind of really helped set the tone for me for the day. And what else did I do? I actually had a few little trades here. SPHS. I think that was from Holly, actually. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was Holly 2.0. Liked it. Just got over the whole number. Had a little pop up here. What did I take it at? I took it at 306. Right about here. And I think the alert was at 299. Waited for the whole number break. Had a nice little pop up to 313. Looked at the daily, of course. And this is what we're looking at. We're looking at a fill up to this area. Just didn't work. It just wasn't quite ready. However, you notice I have an alert set right here at 312. Maybe later on today or tomorrow. If it takes this out, it still has a nice, 385. That's probably the resistance. So, from 312, if I get it, goes into the 340, 350, 360, I'd be happy. That's a tremendous price increase or price percentage increase. So anyway, it didn't work. I only took a penny loss on it. Just did not like the way it was trading. So I got out of it. As I say, you hear me say this in the room many, many times. I can always get back in. This one, this is why you have to watch so carefully. ARQL looked really good. Again, look at it on the daily chart. You know, at a pullback day, this is Friday. So after the couple of days pullback, a nice day on Friday. And I believe if I back it out, I don't think there's any real resistance that close. Yeah, there's really not that much resistance. So I did like this one. Let's get back to the 15-minute chart. Over 7. Like the way it took out 7. So I got into the trade at 7:10. Well, it says 7:11. That's okay. Had a little pop. It wasn't smooth. It was kind of moving back and forth. Remember, these are 15-minute candles. So moving back and forth on this candle, and finally it looked like it was going to run. And I thought, okay, you know, we might have a little run to 750 or so, maybe 8. And then look at this candle. This is why you cannot just go away and hope that something is going to move up. So I was very fortunate. I got out of this for only a 7-cent loss. I got in out at 703, and then it really collapsed, and now it's down to 675. Now, you know, I have an alert set up here. It may come back, maybe not today, but if it does come back tomorrow, maybe it just wasn't quite ready to really leave that behind. And let's see what else. Yeah, this one. This one actually is still working out okay. I took this trade at 15-minute candle. Okay, 417. I know it says 419, but that's close enough. This is why I can hold on through. Actually, I got it in through here, 417, and now I did sell some at 430. On that move there, held on. This was close for my getting out. In fact, I probably would have got out. I think what happened is it moved down so quickly and then moved right back up. So now I still have some, and we'll have to see what happens on this one. You know, there's topping tails here, a little bit concerning. You know, buyers are trying to bring it up, sellers are knocking it down. But, you know, certainly don't want to let it get below 417 now. And then the other trade that I did take today was PAH. Not too bad. It was from my options play Magic. Got into the trade at 1221. Again, one of those over the whole number. I think if we look on the daily chart, you'll see why. Yeah, so you see that it breaking free of this area here, maybe. And so that's why I took it. I like the daily. I just kind of like the daily. Thought might have a chance to, you know, get up into this area. And got out. Back to the 15-minute chart. Got out at, yeah, 12. Got out some at 12:30 and up in this area here on when it was coming down. So, I mean, it wasn't fantastic, but definitely not a bad little play. $250 million in the float. I say this a lot that, you know, the ones, I mean, look, the ones with low floats, of course, are the ones that are going to rocket. But some of the ones with the higher floats, if they get going, they're more what I call gentler trades, a little less, a little easier on the stress. Okay. And you can kind of hang in them a little bit longer. And usually you're not going to see like a wild red candle down unless some news hits it, of course. So anyway, my FE is just being stellar now. No reason yet to get out of it. I'm just, of course, watching it on the. There's the utility. There's look. I mean, it's virtually. Look at that little candle there, and look at FE. Amazing how it works. Not quite the same, but almost. In fact, I'm going to get out some right now. Just a second here. All right. Yeah, I just covered some at 35.55. So. That is that. All right, everybody. I think that's about it for today. And any questions for me, info@trade, you can use this email address. Link for our free trading room. You don't have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our room. And this link is going to show you, obviously, a subscription link. There's a promo code there for 15% off either the first month or an entire year of Trade Ideas. Also, the link for the test drive. You're basically, if you sign up today, basically you're just pre-registering, okay? The test drive won't start until the 23rd of July, but you're basically just pre-registering. And let's see, I'll open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So hope everybody has a great evening, and we'll see you in the trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.